monster. I'm a little monster. 차가운 땅재들 위에서 일어났어. 황혼에서 새벽 난 여전히 존재해. 이 광기가 싫지 않아. 즐기고 있는 걸 넌 벗어날 수 없어. 도망가지를 맡아쳐. 너무나고 돌을 돌리고 완벽하고 다시 엉망인가. 아무 일은 벗어날 건데 널 괴롭혀 내 꿈만 꾸게 해. 난 춤추고 놀래. 가위 눌린 너의 그 몸 위에 주문을 걸면 I'm a little monster. I'm a little monster. 뻔한 그냥 놀고 있어. 나쁜 의도 없어. 직진만 위험한 날 누가 거부하겠어. 날 감동이 2시간이야. 이제 안심하고 꿈에서 나오려 해. One more so live forever. I'm a 벗어날 건데 널 괴롭혀 내 꿈만 꾸게 해. 난 춤추고 놀래. 가위 눌린 너의 그 몸 위에 주문을 걸면 I'm a little monster.
So do I just stop?
I'm a little monster. I'm a little monster.
Okay, hi. I guess we'll start with a stretch.
Can nobody tell you how you do it all. 선택은 너의 몫. 도전을 해봐 해볼까. With the thought from a paradigm. 깊은 정적 속에 많은 나랑단들이 왜 끝없이 재고 또 재고. 애들 장난 같은 말투도 진지하지 못한 내 뜻도 그지만 상처받게 돼. You know what I want. 이젠 갇혀 준비됐어. 우리 만날 시간. 다가가졌다면 괜찮아. 솔직하게 보여줘. 너만 갇혀 준비됐어. 이미 알고 있던 너야. 손 터지게 만들지도 마. Better than this, you better than this. 또 내게 맞춘 너의 눈에 초점이 더 희미하게 풀려가. 너 그러다가 위험해. 야생이면 잡아먹히지. Yeah. 경계심을 풀어봐. 너 상상만으로는 나를 묶어줘. 싸워 이긴 자가 독치지. 이건 물것 같은 멋진 게임. 깊은 밤을 흔들어줘. 잠든 나를 깨워줘. 엄마 내기가 될까 뻔한 기억 그게 너라도 I need. 이젠 갇혀 준비됐어. 우리 만날 시간. 다가가졌다면 괜찮아. 솔직하게 보여줘봐. 너만 갇혀 준비됐어. 이미 알고 있던 너야. 손 터지게 만들지도 마. Better than this, you better than this.
Just bring it across.
You are the one. 내가 택한 건 내 상상이 모두 실현해줄게. I'm the only one. 너의 이상형. 너만 알아야만 하는 그런 진리니까. 그게 나니까.
And switch.
망설이지 마라. good to go. 다 큰 어른들이 하는 대화일 뿐 baby. 조금씩 너를 내게 던져주면 돼. 가지려고 하지 않아 정말로 Can nobody tell you how you do it all 선택은 너의 몫 지금은 이걸로도 충분해 나는 만족해 Just a little 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 이제 끝이 준비됐어 우리 만날 시간 다가가졌다면 괜찮아 솔직하게 보여줘봐 너만 갇혀 준비됐어 이미 알고 있던 너야 손까지게 만들지도 마 You better than this You better than this
Switch, even though the song is stopped.
후다 boy 수많은 사람 속 눈에 띈 무심한 그 표정 I like that 내 호기심을 자극하지 어색한 스타일이랑 입은 낯선 신경 쓴 듯 안 쓴 듯 욕심 먹는 말투 I like that 외면해봐도 끌려 도도한 나답게 하잖아 알잖아 요즘 내가 나보는 시선 너도 느껴봐 홀리는 날 따라와 모두 환호해 너도 아닌 척해도 넌한번 내기를 할까 너무 쉽게 놓지마 재미없잖아 거기서 내도 당겨볼까 시작할게 bad boy down 지금부터 bad boy down 착한 일이 와만 너에게만 할 말이 있어 가까이 좀와 고개 숙여 귀를 낮춰봐 다른 건 신경 쓰지 마내 목소리에 집중해 상황은 좀 달라져 주위를 맴도는 내가 궁금해 너도 알게 될 거야 알 거야 이미 늦어버렸단 걸 맞아 사실 꽤나 자신 있어 나 지는 게임 하진 않아 벌써 반쯤은 넘어왔잖아 홀리는 날 따라와 모두 환호해 너도 아닌 척해도 넌 내기를 할까 너무 쉽게 놓지마 재미없잖아 거기서 내도 당겨볼까 시작할게 bad boy down 혼란스러운 맘이겠지 상상조차 못할 거야 헤어나려 노력해도 어떤 작은 틈도 없어 정답은 정해져 있어 자연스럽게 난 따라와 난 널 선택해 난 널 선택했어 이 홀리는 날 따라와 모두 환호해 말했지 대단 항상 같아 겁에 내가 또 이겼어 너무 쉽게 놓지마 재미없잖아 이제 넌 벗어날 수 없어 내게 쉽지 bad boy down
And just roll your ankles a little bit outwards. And then inward.
Black. Yeah. Can you see me now, huh?
That should be enough for today. So we're doing fancy today, which is very exciting. I'll go from the first pre-chorus and into the chorus, and we'll see how much we get done and go from there. Obviously, if there's questions, I guess ask. I'm not sure where the questions will appear, but do ask. And we'll go from there. So first move we will be doing is facing the side. So I think I learnt this bit off Mina mostly, so apologies if you learnt some other part. So the first move she does in the pre-chorus at the beginning is we're going to lift our arms up. So that will be So we'll lift up, and what's going to happen is you're going to bring them straight down, and you're going to then lean forward, and you're going to pretty much make a 90-degree angle with your arms. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty upwards, or very square, I should say. So this is going to be 1 and 2 and. Yeah. Then to continue this, we've gone 1 and, so we've got 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You're going to then come back. So you're gonna step again on your, I should say my feet actually. So what my positioning is, my left foot is in front and my right foot is behind. I forgot you can't see my legs all too well right now. So, so your left foot is over here, and then your right will be split. So you're nice and staggered. So you're gonna go 1 and 2 and then 3, 4. You're just gonna, I tend to step back onto my right, and we're just going to wave backwards and bring our arms in and drag them down our sides. Yep. So that's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And we'll finish the 8. So we're going 3, 4, and 5. What we're going to start doing is we're then going to start sitting in the same legs. So your legs will be pretty much the same the whole way. So you're going to start sitting, and as you do that, your left hand is going to come up your side, and it's just going to chill on the back of your head. And so you go 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and so wait, we've got 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, yeah, and 7. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So this is, you're sitting facing the left side for 5, 6. Then on the and count, you're going to suddenly flip. Okay, thank you for that. So we're going 5, 6. So on the and, we're going to flip, and we're going to face the right. So our right leg should then be in front, and your hand will come over just so you don't block your face, because if not, it's just going to be very unsightly. So and then 7, you're just going to scoop around. If your hair is out, do a lovely hair flip and keep mine up. So 7, 8, and. So that's our first 8. We'll just walk through it again, and then we'll add the next one and try out music. So then start 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8. Yeah? Fantastic. All right, we'll continue into this, and I realize this is not the great position. I will now put you on the floor so you can see what I'm doing. Yes, that's a little bit better. All right, so we've gone 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. And so because I followed Mina, we're going to go on the floor today, because I feel like it's a little better than doing it standing. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, hands are 1 and 2 and. So you're going to go back, front, and it's kind of like you're punching a little bit, but like punching but girly, I guess. So, and as you do that, you're going to come to the floor. So you're going 1 and 2 and. So the last one, you don't punch per se, you place them on your knee / your left leg. And your right leg should be up, and you'll be facing the right wall for context. So 1 and 2 and. 3 and is 2 chest pops. So we're going out, out, roll, So that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 5, 6, we come straight back up again. And this is a transition, so it's kind of like walking somewhere. And Mina's part, she waits until the 8, and then it's a tap out to her left. So her left leg will come out, and as she does that, her left hand is up and her right hand goes across her body, and she just taps it out and brings it back in. So that is the entire pre-chorus actually. So walk through that again slowly, now that you can see my legs. So from same point, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and yes. Cool. So I'll play the music now so that you can hear what it sounds like with the music. Now let me find the song again. Just a moment. So that is what it looks like when it's with the song itself. So we'll do that a couple of times. We'll do it 3 times, I think, and then we'll continue. Let's try it again. Okay, we'll just go over what we just did and we'll add the chorus. So, start pre-chorus, we go 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and. So this 8 is quite short, so you want to bring it in quite quickly because we start the chorus pretty much straight away. So we're going 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so 1, we're going to start with pointing with our left hand. So you're pointing at the person you fancy, okay? That's basically most of the chorus. You're pointing at the person you like. So act like you like them. So you're pointing with your left hand, and they hold their left hand with their right. And it's almost as if, I guess you were like cocking a gun, which is a bit interesting, but I digress. So you're going to point here and here. You're holding your right hand, and what you're going to do is you're going to pull back. And as you do that, you're going to sit slightly into your left hip. So you're going to tilt slightly, and as you do that, your left head is going to tilt to the left as well. So it's all like sit. So that's 7 and 8 and 1 and. So 1 is your prep. So make sure your hands are connected, and the and you're going to pull back and hit to the left. Try not to do this too aggressively because you will injure your neck if it's not warm enough, and that's not very fun. So we're going 1 and 2 E and. The timing for this is a bit weird in numbers, but what you're going to do is you're going 1 and so you pull back, you sort of bring it back, and you're going to roll your wrist, your right wrist, and what's going to happen is you're going to bring your hand up to your face. It's almost like the Star Trek Spock situation, but instead of it being an even split with your hand, I'll do this. So instead of this, you're actually aiming more for free and then the singular. So your pointer finger should be separate from the rest. If you can't, that's also okay. It's fine. It's very much a muscle memory position. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll it and place it so that you're looking through the gap. So you should have it over your right eye, and it'll be like framing your eye. So as you do that, your right foot is going to sort of flick out, similar to this same concept. So yeah, instead. So we've gone 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 E and. So this sits approximately, so we've gone, don't you know, so don't you know I fancy you. So it should hit the U. U, and so we go 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and 5. So this timing is very fast. So we go 1 and 2 E and 3. So 3, you're bringing your right leg back in. 1 and 2 E and 3. And what you do, this is almost like a reset. So you're going to throw both your hands down your sides, and you kind of hop onto your right foot. So your left foot comes up slightly. Try not to do it too large because it'll take you too long. It's just like a small reset so that you can step onto left, right. So 1 and 2, 3, and 4 and 5. And what your hands are doing is kind of, I'll sit and show you this. So you're pretty much only moving from the elbow joint. So try not to go too ham because it will look entirely different. So you're pretty much making little circles with your hands from your elbows, and you're just doing this up from the bottom left corner. So I guess if you visualize like a square, you're starting from your bottom left and you're kind of like whisking your way to the top right corner, and you throw it away at the end. So how many are you doing? So you're drawing 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. So and 5. So you're doing 2.5. So you're doing 1, 2. You start the third one and you throw it back. Yeah. So we're going to go from the 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5. Yep. And finish the 8. So we've gone 5, 6. Nayeon just points at the front at the person she likes again. So they all kind of do something similar, or something in the same vein. So they're all kind of pointing. They might use their right hand, not even just use it to the left, but or they're pointing to the side. Point wherever you like, up to you, but it's a point. So, and then once they point, there's another transition, so they're walking around. So you can just breathe for a second. And then the lyrics say no, no. So for no, no, you're going to have your hands in a lovely box, and you're going to punch up with your right twice. So you're going no, no. Yep. So use your shoulders as well. It's kind of like slightly groovy, but not much chest, so not quite. So you're going to go step, step. They use this to finalize their position and their formation. So just sort of hop on the spot when you start it. So the counts so that are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 80 and. So you're going A, T, and. Yeah. So up, down, up. So 8, T is the down, and. So it's quite quick, but it's on the no, no. So that should help clarify a little bit. So we'll go over that 8 again, and we'll add the other 8, and that's half the chorus. So we'll go from this 8 first. So for my little flick, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 80 and. Yeah. Yeah. And actually we'll try it with music first. We'll try that chorus bit with music, and we'll add it to what we've already done, and then we'll add the other 8. One more time like that, and then we'll do what we've done so far and then add. Now from what we started with. Fabulous. Okay, so it seems like there's no questions in this chat, so I'll just keep going. So we finished on A, T, and. Now this bit confuses me slightly when I do it, but I will explain it, and hopefully you do as I say, not as I do. So it's very jumpy, so we're gonna go A, T, and. So on the 1, we're gonna jump apart, and you can let your knees come in as well as you do this, because you're just going to spring off straight away anyway. And as you do that, your left hand will come across your body, and it'll be quite angular. So it's very down, up, and you can let your wrist be a bit floppy. Oh, hi, Anixenia. I miss you guys too. Okay, so the hand, yes, it was hands I was talking about, yes. So when you jump, you're going to have your left hand go across your torso. And as you do this, it looks like 9 points. So So I'm gonna go with a point. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have your right arm rest on your left hand arm instead, and you're gonna point at the front. So there's a lot of pointing in this dance actually. So you're gonna sit like this, and so you're gonna go step up, and so you're gonna do like a lovely peace sign situation, and the palm of your hands will be facing the audience when you land here. So combined, you're gonna go jump and 2 and. So we're going 80 and 1 and 2 E and. Okay, so we're going 1 and 2 E and. So continuing from that, you're going to jump. So we're going 1, which is our jump, and you're going to come up in the peace sign situation. 2, what you're going to do is you're going to flip your hands and flip your V's. So instead of your palms facing the front, it'll be the back of your hands, and then you're going to bring it back. So this is very quick, so start that. So we're going 1 and 2 E and. And the and, you're going to have your left hand on your chest, and you're going to point again. I forgot how much pointing was in this dance until I decided to teach it. So you're going to point with your right hand, and you're pointing. It's also on you again. So it's like, so you know I fancy you. So you have to commit, okay? So you. So we're going 1 and 2 E and. 3, I'll just do the hands for now because the feet don't change really beyond this point. So we're going 1 and 2 E and. 3 and 4 and. Okay. So you're gonna, after you've done your point, you're gonna bring your hands to your face again. Some of them tend to go quite over, but we'll leave it a bit open. So it's not like, it doesn't have to be interlaced, but just enough to cover your face a little bit. And then you're gonna go open to the left, then to the right, and to the left. Yeah, so 3 times. And now I'll go through the feet again. So we've gone 80 and, out, in, hands, and then so now when we do these opening motions, what you're going to do is do this with a bit of caution, because I noticed how they do it. It depends on your ankles. So what they tend to do, they tend to roll onto the outside of their foot slightly. So do this with caution. If you can't do it, just lift your heels, because you will roll your ankle if you are not ready. So what you're going to do is you're going to pretty much push your legs out, almost like you were doing like a plie, but because they're rolling, it's like a very incorrect plie. So we're going to go out, out, out. Yeah, so this is like a very subtle lean. The emphasis for movement is really in your knees. So we've gone 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4. Wait, 3 and 4 and. So you hold it slightly as well. So we've gone 2 and 3 and 5. Okay, so we've gone 3. So you hold on the 3, so you place them on 3 and 4 and. So it's and 4 and that you open. 5. What you're going to do is you're going to clap your hands to the right, and you're going to drag them diagonally down your body. And as you do that, they tend to step with their right foot just to open their stance, and then they transition as they do this. So they're going 3 and 4 and 5, 6. They sort of jump a little bit, hop, do like a mini hop to recenter a lot of them. So they sort of hop, hop, hop. Whatever hands you'd like to do is acceptable. They all do something different. So we're going 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and. So we'll finish there for now, and we'll join it to the rest of the chorus. So we got 8. So the main move is the prep for the lovely iconic part of this dance. So what they do is they hop backwards slightly, so they're facing the left wall, hop back, and as they hop, they're making a nice circle with their right arm. This is once again coming from your elbow, so it doesn't have to be huge. And try not to flail your hand too much. It's very, as if your elbow is stuck to your waist, so it can't really move anywhere. So try and keep it controlled and contained inside your body, if that makes sense. So we'll go through that 8 again. So we've got 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and yes. Now we'll do the whole chorus with just counts, and then we'll try the chorus with music, and we'll join everything together. Fantastic. So start of the chorus. We'll start from our 8 again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and yes. One more time like that actually. So same point. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 3, 2 E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8. Jump. Yes. Fabulous. Alright, let us try it with the song. Find a good time stamp. Okay, we'll do that a couple of times, just the chorus, because it is quite fast, and then we'll add what we did originally. And then we'll do everything. Okay, let us do the pre-chorus and the chorus, and then we'll continue. Okay, one more time like that, and we'll move on. on the 8 and, yep. So you're pretty much going to move straight into the next motion, so don't get comfortable, but also I find when I do the shift backwards, I tend to want to fall forward anyway, which works for us, so that's good. So we've got 8 and, so the lyric is fancy, as you have already heard. So you're going 1, and that's on fancy. So you're going to have your left foot essentially catch you on the 1, and as you do this, your body is going to consistently do a forward and back motion. So as you step, you're going to want to push your hips sort of more onto your left leg, and then you're going to go back. So it's like this. Do, 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 and forward, and great, cool. All right, so that's the general motion. You want to continue for this entire motion, because that's what they do, and it feels good, feels fun. So then what you're going to do is the hand that you did your lovely circle with is actually going to come pretty much straight. When you complete, it's going to come straight across your body, and you're going to make like a, I think it's shakas if I remember correctly. So kind of like that hand for people who do not know. So you're going to bring these 2 fingers in, so your pinky and your pointer should be up and your thumb will be flexed. So what you're going to do is you're going to swing, it's going to come all the way across, and you're going to aim for your thumb to be sort of, if not touching it, maybe don't aim to touch it, especially if you're going to swing it, because you might just hit yourself, and that's not very nice. So try and aim for approximately your left temple. So that's sort of where your hand should sit. So we're going to go, and you're going to keep this hand a lot for the next bit. So for both hands, so you're going to do that same vibe. So you've gone 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So what you're going to do is you're going front, back, yep, and you're just going to keep it going. So this is like a movement where you kind of just start it, but you try to forget you're doing it, because then if not, the rest of it gets a little bit confusing. So when you're comfortable with it, let it leave your brain, and then worry about the next bit, and then worry about the hands. So you're going to bring it up, and what you're going to do is you're going to then straighten your arm, and you're going to bring it around to the right side. So as you do that, you're also going to lean slightly. So you're going to go, so you're leaning a little bit over your left leg again. So you're going left, right, left, yeah. So this whole bit, I'm bending at my hips. Yeah, bending at the hip. So you're going to be leaning, and as you extend your right arm, you're going to make a nice big semicircle, and your body, your torso should follow, right? So you don't open like this. You're gonna let it follow that same path. Yeah. So again, and 1, 2, and 3, and. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and. So you're holding for 1 and 2. Then on and, you're gonna extend your right hand. 3 and is when you bring it across. So you've got 3 and there's a little noise as well that you're going to hit for the next bit. So you got 1 and 3 and it's like a do 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 do. You're going to hit that bit next. So you're going 3 and 4 and. So I'll sit down actually because my arms is cut off. So you're going fancy, you round up. So this bit is actually very straight up, right? I thought it was like more box-like, but it's not. So you're going pretty much straight up, and you're going to just roll up. So this is from your wrist. So you're going to roll your hands from your wrist towards yourself. So you're going to go up and in and back. Yeah. So I tend to have my wrists flexed up here. So my hands are actually facing behind me. So we've gone 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I'll now show you the feet. actually, before we go on to 5. So we've gone 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So on 4 and you're going to hop and bring your feet together and your body will be facing the right wall. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. You're then going to step out onto your right leg and it's like a little slide. Don't have to go crazy, but just a little slide. And I'm doing the front rows positioning. So they're sliding to the right. Their right hand will be on their hips and you'll be pointing to the left. And you're looking to the left as well, so you're looking at where you came from. There you go. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and yes. Correct, yes. So we're going step. So we're going 5, 6 and 7 and. So your hands are going to be twisting. So you're going across, across, and same both ways. And as you twist, you're going to tap your, in this case, your left foot. So you just like tap, 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 tap. So when your foot is touching the floor, like so when you actually make contact with the floor, your hand should be across to the left side of your body. Yeah? To the left side. So we're going step, step, turn. And the mechanics of this is exactly the same. So you're just going to turn over your right shoulder because that's the only way your body will allow you to turn at this position. So we're going step, step, turn, step, step. So there shouldn't be too much adjustment you guys need to do because your legs are already separated. So you're in this position to begin with. All you're doing is pivoting. And so your right foot should already be where it needs to be, which is in front. And you're just going to tap on this side as well. So that goes 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and. So the pivot is quite quick. So be a bit cautious. You might get a bit disoriented if you're not spotting, but it's pretty much straight away. So as you turn, you're going to start tapping. Yeah? So we'll go over the chorus again. So from here, from our lovely shooting moment. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, E and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and. Fabulous. We'll finish this because it's the same, it's repeated. So we're going 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so there's slight variation, mostly the same. So we're going 1 and 2. So from our, we're going to end, so we've ended here at the end of our 8. What you're going to do is you're going to once again bring your right hand around and touch your temple with your thumb. And you're just going to bring your left foot in front again. So this whole bit sort of moved us to the right, so this helps us to also recenter. So we're going 1 and 2 and 3, this is the same, and 4 and. So the change here is instead of bringing it up, you're going to bring it right down, and this is very straight. So you're going 3, 4 and what you're going to do is they're moving while they do this. We're just going to do this on the spot. So we're going to go tap. So you're going to get your right hand. You're going to tap your left knee here. So you're going to go tap and straight back up. So try and keep the hands nice and controlled, or it's going to be very like flaily and it's going to be very confusing. So you're going to go right and left. So then your left is going to touch your right foot. So you're going to always cross. So it's cross, cross, cross. So this cross is very straight. So if you were like chopping yourself in half, I guess, you're gonna, so try not to hit yourself too hard, but almost if you were like chopping yourself, I guess. So in, out. So this is also very nice and straight. So try and keep this nice and even. Try not to be like up here or like wonky if you can. So try and keep this very nice and straight. So we're going 1E and 2E. Then after you come out, you're going to put your hand on your chest and then you're going to lean forward. So this is as if you were like, kind of like offering almost like you were offering something to someone. So your hands will come, I'll do this facing the side actually. So you're going ta, ta. So it's almost like you're talking to someone actually. That's probably a better thing. So it's if you talk with your hands, this is kind of the same vibe. So it's there, and then you're just gonna lean forward slightly. So you also don't have to lean like crazy, but just enough that it was if you were like responding to somebody, if you were having a conversation. Think more along those lines. So count-wise, we've got and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in 5E and 6E and 7. And this bit, count-wise, sounds terrible, so I'm just going to use the words. So you go 5 and 6E, da da, and then it's like fancy. Ooh. You, I think it's you, but it's very edited, so it doesn't quite sound like you. So what you're doing is all hands. So once again, your little, I guess, chakras are coming out. And so what you're going to start with is you're going to have your right palm facing the audience, and it's as if your thumbs were like connected, so they're on the same level, and your back of your left hand will be facing the audience instead. So it's like flip, 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 flip. Feels a bit uncomfortable, but do your best. So we're going to go start like this. So we're going fancy you. So you're going up. So you're starting da da, and you're just going to flip it. You. So it's almost like, I guess like mind blown, I think was like the idea. So you just have your hands here and you just poof. It's like poof. Your mind has exploded. That's really what it is. So that's on fancy. So fancy you. So there's like a bit of a pause in the words. I'll play the song so you can hear it. So that's what you're hitting. So you're going fancy you. So there's like a bit of a gap, and that's your prep for this lovely position. And then it's just you, and you just have closed fists. And when it's on you, you're just gonna open your hands, and your elbows are going, your arms are gonna come a little bit out as well. So it's a bit of a nicer shape. I was trying to like flex originally, but they do open slightly as well. So whatever comfortable, that's fine. So now we'll go over this whole section up until you. So we've got 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5E and 6E and 7 and 8 and yes. So it's approximately that. So 7 and 8 and correct. We'll do that one more time like that, and then we'll do everything with counts, and then we'll try with music and just see how we go. So we'll do just that bit, add the chorus, and then we'll try with music, and then we'll try the whole thing. Yes, cool. So same part. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and cool. Now go through everything with counts real quick. So from our first bit, from this bit, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and point and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in 5 and across and da. Fancy you. Okay, we'll now try just the chorus on its own, and then we'll add the beginning bit with music. Cool.
초콜릿 아이스크림처럼 녹아버리는 지금 내 기분 so lovely 깜깜한 우주 속 가장 반짝이는 저녁 그 옆에 그네 여기 너의 팬시 하나도 원하지 않아 Hey I love you want to see you 너처럼 행복해도 돼 Cause all I do
And 1 and 3 Okay, we'll try the whole thing. I'm guessing there's no questions, so we'll just do it 2 more times. I will not count these times. So it will be just music, and we'll see, and I guess that'll be it, I guess, because we're pretty much at time. So try it. One more time.
거기 나 fancy you
technically the end of class now. Unless anyone has any other questions, I guess thank you for watching. And wait, is that it? Wait, so what am I waiting for? Crossover, please. Jonathan said, can we do the chorus a bit slow again? So we count. So just the chorus, correct? Yeah? Cool. All right. So from the start of the chorus, just one time. All right. Okay, so start of chorus, we have our point. We're going to start from the point bit. So 1, point on 1, pull back, and 2, roll on 3, E, and. So that's when you flick out on your right, and your hand should be around your eye. We've gone 1 and 2, E, and 3, bring it in, and you're gonna reset by hopping onto your right foot and bringing your hands down. So we're going 1 and 2, E, and 3, and 4, and 5, throw it away, point 6, 7, and 8, and, so this is up and up with your right hand, so up and up, so that's 80, and 1, 1, and 2, E, and, so hop and flick and point, hands prep on 3, so we've gone 1 and 2, E, and 3, open, 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 5, hop 6, walk 7 and 8, back on the and. So we got 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and hop in, point and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 3 and roll in, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. I'll go over that last bit again one more time, just for clarity. So we're going step 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, up, point, 6 and tap, 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 again 1 and 2 and 3 and round in, right, E, and in, out, da, da, fancy, you. Yes, does that help? Oh, thank you guys. So yeah, hopefully the bit slower helps a little bit, because it is actually quite fast. So I guess if not, you can always try and find me on Messenger and just message me. I'm okay with answering questions if needed. But yeah, is there any other messages or questions while we are still here? Okay. Thanks for taking class, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.